All right, so we're going to look at example F, and this we'll be applying some of the concepts we've learned in the previous slide about Fuda and Suda, and specifically, one of the common concepts that people get confused with is the deductible from the federal tax payment. The Suda tax is deductible. So what that means in most cases, the state tax for Suda is 5.4%, and the Fuda is 6.2. So what you do is you subtract the Suda from the Fuda, so 6.2 minus 5.4. So even though the state rate, so if the state rate is 5.4%, then to figure out the effective Fuda rate, we would have to take the Fuda rate of 6.2% and essentially subtract. So we're subtracting the state amount, and this is what we mean by a deductible. We're subtracting off because the 5.4% we don't have to pay again. So we only have to pay the remaining amount, the difference of 6.2 and 5.4%. So the Fuda is only subject to a 0.8% rate because we don't have to double pay if we already paid into state. That's what we mean by what was underlined in the previous slide. This 5.4% state tax is deductible from the federal tax payment. So this is what we're talking about. That's a common mistake. Students try to just take the 6.2% and deal with that and not subtract the 5.4 from that. So keep that in mind. We're using 0.8%. All right, so this example F is a little different than what you'll see in the homework. The concept check 10.6 is more similar to what you'll see, so keep that in mind. Go ahead and check out concept check 10.6 after you're done with this example. This example F is going to involve what you'll be doing in concept check 10.6, but it's more than what you'll see. So I'll point out what you'll need to understand for concept check 10.6. What I discussed here already about the 0.8%, you most definitely need. Okay, so we have $976,550.80 of paid wages from Johnson & Johnson. And we're going to subtract the amount that was paid to employees who paid into Fuda and Suda, the $7,000. So we have $172,460 that was paid to employees. So we have a remaining amount that is subject that the employer is still liable for Fuda and Suda taxes. So we have the difference here is $804,150.20. So as mentioned in the previous slide, only the first $7,000 is paid to each employee. So keep in mind that all of this portion here, even though it's more than $7,000, this is the total of, well, at least remaining wages for all the employees. So you can assume that that for each employee, it's coming out to $7,000 for each employee. So it's not going over that amount. But only the first $7,000 is paid to the employees for Fuda and Suda tax. So for that reason, we're going to use all of this amount. Keep in mind, only the first $7,000, again, is subject to Fuda and Suda, which you'll see in concept check 10.6. All right, so we're going to take the total amount, 804, well, that's remaining, and we're going to multiply that by the respective percentages. So the amount for Fuda, we have 0.8%. So converting that to decimal form, that's 0.008. We multiply that to figure out the Fuda tax, and that comes out to $56 for Fuda. And that's for FUTA. And then we're going to take that same amount, 804,150.20 and we're going to multiply that by the SUTA rate, which is 0.054, and which is 5.4% in decimal form, and that comes out to $378. That is the SUTA tax. So we have the total amount so what we're trying to find is what is the employee liable for FUTA and SUTA taxes. It's the sum of these two portions right here, which comes out to $434. And that's total FUTA and SUTA. So that is the total amount. And so anyways, you'll be dealing with something kind of similar to what you see here in concept check 10.6, just heads up. And the portions that I have right here is what you'll be dealing with. The up to $7,000 is subject to FUTA and SUTA tax. So keep that that limit in mind. Let me know if you have any concerns about this, and hopefully you can figure out concept check 10.6, which will help you in your homework.